Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, and King Dio. Mortal Kombat 11 has been confirmed to have sold 12 million units total. A huge success for the franchise, a huge success for the brand, and a huge blow against the gamers who rallied against this game for absolutely asinine reasons. Right, like I've said before that like I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat 11. I thought it was a massive step up from 10. Not quite as good as 9. I thought in general it was like a pretty well executed sequel. Like obviously I wanted the writing to be a little bit better, and like maybe the character roster could have had like more original characters. Wasn't too fond of the DLC. There are like lots of like there are things that they did wrong, but like all in all, like I did strongly enjoy my time with it. Like probably one of the upper end of my favorites of the franchise. I enjoyed it a lot. But, and this is a very, very strong but, there were a lot of people on gaming message boards and the gaming community who were upset at the developers for some reason. I don't remember what it was, because this game is like so old now, right? It's not something I want to talk about. Like I want to say it was because of like costume changes and like toning down like the sexiness of the character designs and stuff like that. Toning down like some of the blood and stuff like that. Some of the things like they chose to focus on in the story. Like they're all kind of things I've seen people like complain about. But I think it's mostly like the sexualization aspect. Like these people are so adamantly against the idea of any kind of character change or like redesign or like a different focus that like they can't possibly fathom that maybe redesigning female characters to be less sexualized might actually lead to more like might actually be a good thing. Like it might actually just be a way to like better express the characters, like get their personalities across better, and like just come off as less sexualized in general, right? Like there's nothing wrong with toning down like sexuality in and of itself, but the narrative among 4chan, among niche gamer, among like a lot of these anti-censorship websites were like adamant that like this costume changes are going to ruin the entire fucking game. We're going to boycott it. We're going to make sure it bombs. This game is going to be a disaster. Go woke, go broke. Except Mortal Kombat 11 isn't woke by any stretch of the imagination. Like Mortal Kombat 11, ends with Liu Kang marrying Kitana, right? Like, which is the least woke thing you could possibly imagine. A fucking heterosexual marriage. Like, holy fucking shit. How terrible. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing. I think too often. I think 4chan like greatly overestimates their influence when it comes to these kind of things. Because like even today, you kind of see people like on there saying stuff like Tokyo Mirage Sessions bombed, or like Xenoblade Chronicles X didn't do very well because of like the censorship. But really, it was because like those games, they made like real mistakes like in their marketing and like just not being all that appealing, like being niche games, right? Whereas Mortal Kombat 11, if anything, I think the changes they made the game more mainstream and more palatable to general audiences, and like better got across like what the developers wanted to do, right? Like, and I think they did that very, very well. I like what they did with Mortal Kombat 11. I like everything about it. Again, I've extensively wanted to talk about like lore stuff for a while now. Making fun of like the Fourth Snake for being a complete fucking tool when it comes to like a continuity and stuff like that. But like I like what they did with 11, right? Like I thought it was well handled. I thought it was well executed. I thought it was like perfectly serviceable, and I probably will be coming back for 12, assuming they don't go off the deep end, which is always possible. If anything, I think the bigger problem with Mortal Kombat right now is like the mobile games, like microtransactions and stuff like that. Like I don't really see like characters being misrepresented. I don't really see like I don't really see like weird I don't really see weird retcons. I don't see like the games not being fun, which has always been the most important thing. Like I liked 11, right? And I think most of the audience feels the same way. I was very happy with 11, and I probably will come back for a sequel. But you're so wrapped up in your delusions that you can't see that. Like, you're so wrapped up in your idea of, like, evil SJWs censoring a game that you can't acknowledge that the game is legitimately good on Nintendo Switch.